But you know what? If you like to dip stuff, we're gonna be bringing the flavor back to something more traditional here in Texas. Where are all my salsa lovers at? Do you like salsa?
I like salsa, yeah.
Well, you're gonna wanna pay attention to our next guest who is sharing more about the fresh ingredients that goes into theirs.
Leticia De Leon, I'm so happy to be talking to you today because we're going to talk about your salsa brand, and I love food so much. So thank you for being on our show today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having us on your show. How are you?
Tell me, I'm doing so well. It's such a beautiful day. But tell me a little bit about your salsa brand. So Salsa De Leon, what inspired it?
So we have been cooking and making our salsa for over 20 years, and throughout the years, people would always ask us to consider bottling it to sell. But we had full-time jobs, we had kids, we were busy with our kids. We just didn't have the time to invest in anything else. And over the years, people kept asking us to bottle it. So in 2018, we decided that maybe there was only one way to find out if people would actually buy our salsa. So we jumped on that opportunity. We formed Salsa De Leon, and that was the only way we were going to find out if people really wanted to buy our salsa. And we found out that people really do want to buy our salsa. They actually like our salsas. So it's been a very fun and very exciting journey for us.
And the salsa, I'm sure that it's amazing with chips and typical things that you would eat with salsa as a side, but you also use it as an ingredient in quite a few dishes. I see a lot going on behind you.
It is. We actually promote it as an ingredient in recipes, and that's what we promote on our social media platforms. Our recipes display our salsa as an actual ingredient. So you can use it in any recipe. It will enhance the flavor, it will add spice, it will make your dishes so much more delicious.
And what's one of your favorite dishes that you've been able to make with the salsa?
So my kids love our spicy burritos. And that dish actually uses our salsa in the sauce. When you pour the sauce over the burritos, it just gives it a whole different flavor. It's so good.
Ooh, so it's like the spicy wet burrito, right?
Yes.
Where it's like covered.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is. My husband likes the spicy honey lime shrimp. That is so good, and we've gotten such great feedback on that dish as well. And that one is made with one of our salsas. It's marinated, and then it's also we also add salsa on top of that as well.
And so what different salsa flavors do you have, or I guess heat intensities is a better way to put it?
We have 3 different salsas in our salsa line. We have a Texas mild, and we call it Texas mild because it's not really a mild salsa. It still has a kick to it, but that is more of a cilantro lime flavor salsa. It pairs really well with seafood, in dips, anything that you don't want a lot of heat in, but you want to add a lot of flavor to. Then we also have our hot salsa, and that one is hot, and that is so good. It's not just hot, you get a lot of flavor with that salsa. And then we have a habanero pepper or habanero hot salsa. And people that like habanero peppers love the flavor of that salsa. You get that flavor out of it. And our salsas are so good because they're very fresh. We don't use any fillers in our salsa. We don't use tomato juice. We don't use tomato paste. We don't use canned tomatoes or vinegar. It's all very fresh. So we are in select HEBs across the state of Texas. And then we also have a list of smaller retailers that we are in on our website. And then you can also order online through our website, and we ship all over the place. www.salsadeleon.com.